What is good, everybody? Chill old school commentary today, a little bit of a hodgepodge. I want to start with a huge thank you. I went on a trip out to the desert of Moab, Utah last week. Ton of fun. I'll have some GoPro footage edited and put up on the channel here soon. But while I was away, I was reading the comments from last week's video. About once a month, I upload a video talking about the games I've played, what I've beaten recently, and I ask you what you've been playing. I was reading the comments and I'm just blown away at what a cool community this is. I am so appreciative. The last year has been different. You know, I've been getting to upload and make videos on YouTube since like 2011, 2012 as a fun hobby, and this last year has been the most fun. By far, this spark of authenticity, like this old school YouTube stuff, has been really rad, and I'm just continually reminded how thankful I am for you. Whether you've watched one video, 5, 50, you've been here a day, a week, months, years, huge thank you. And the recommendations on the games you've been playing, it is so cool. Genres I've never heard about, viewpoints, and all how it like intersects with life, and it's just very, very cool, and I'm really thankful. Going to Moab was a good way to unplug and not look at email, not look at work. And out there, it's kind of unique. It is like another planet. If you could imagine what it's like to ride your bike on Mars, I think that is what Moab would probably be like. You know, it's this outdoor kind of mecca. There's ridiculous Jeeps and four-wheelers everywhere because they have like these crazy trails out on the Slick Rock. And Slick Rock, by the way, is this unique kind of stone. And it's called Slick Rock because the horses like would slip on it, like the metal horseshoes would slide, I think. But it is anything but slick. It's got more grip than like sandpaper. So when you're riding your bike on it, it is ridiculous. You can go up stuff that is so steep and descend stuff. Now it hurts if you fall. It's like, oh, you're toast. But very, very cool. And I only had like a short little pocket, but I wanted to at least share the vibe of being out there. And while I was away, my brain gets the opportunity to be quiet. When you're locked in your routine, your daily loop, your work stuff that you do, you don't really have that quiet. You start realizing just how loud that daily routine is, how it completely can drown out any of the thoughts that you're having about change or growth or whatever. And you start hearing your own voice a little bit more clearly. And I wasn't going out to have a revelation on anything, but a lot came to my mind while I was reading your comments, while I was not like super keyed into the normal work loop. I have noticed that I'm oftentimes viewing things as problems, not on purpose, just out of habit. And I don't know how I defaulted to this new operating speed of anytime an obstacle comes up, seeing it from the framing of a problem rather than what can I do with this? How do we work with this? I don't know when that started. I mean, maybe it's like a 5 or 6 year old thing, but I want to sort of shift that. I don't think you need to see everything as a problem. Granted, there are some things that are big challenges. There are real life, issues and big things to tackle. But for the most part, when I start defaulting into like minor things, I'm talking, case in point, got a bill that was like $300 or $400 more than expected. And it really set me off, and I got pretty ticked off about it. And then I had to like step back and be like, what? This is solvable. This is not like the end of the world. And it kind of got me thinking, like, what else am I defaulting immediately to this knee-jerk reaction? And since YouTube, like this last year, doing more of these authentic, what's on my head and my heart kind of commentaries, I've learned a lot about myself, and it's been really helpful. That's one of the reasons I recommend anybody should like create YouTube videos, because this process of sharing, like, your comments have led to a lot of growth and a lot of ideas and things that I had never thought about before. And so thinking about this immediate autopilot towards the negativity, I want to try and move more towards autopilot to glass half full. I don't want to fake positivity. That gets toxic. It's not great. But I do want to stop assuming everything is going to be hard, annoying, a problem. I want to re-enter my routine with a generous mindset. Not, oh, this problem is the worst, but instead, what can I do with this? And I think that's one of the things I'm going to make a goal this next quarter. How can I approach things with a little bit different mindset? Because I do know, positivity is infectious. Fake positivity, no good, right? There's a toxic side to that. But there is something important about how you frame things, how you adapt to stuff. And maybe what I just feel like when I was younger in high school or whatever, I was better at this. Yeah, life didn't have the same problems or the challenges. It was different back then. I get that. But I still think you can cultivate that. So anyway, I wanted to encourage, if you can, try and go out, find a desert, or whatever metaphor for a desert fits in, so you can have a little reset, a little stepping away, so that you can listen and try and hear your own thoughts a little bit better. Maybe it's a walk, maybe it's as simple as playing an old game, maybe it's turning off the phone for an hour, maybe it is a trip, maybe it's journaling, but trying to find your version of a pause, a break, a step away. Maybe it's a town over, There's a mom and pop game shop an hour away that I didn't know existed until a year ago. And I've gotten 3 or 4 really cool old games. Every time I go, it's so rad. Most of the selection sucks, but every once in a while it's just oh, well, this is super cool. And sometimes even just getting an hour away is enough to stop and listen, because life does get loud. So all of that is what was on my head. It has been a year now since the shift on the channel away from the multiplayer FPS stuff. I would say I never super was big into chasing the algorithm, but I was more focused on that meta back then. And to be able now, with a year behind us, to say this is the most fun I have had, and it's because of you. It's because of the support you have shown. I'm super appreciative of that and of you. So thank you. I will get the Moab footage edited and up on the channel, and hopefully more mountain bike footage this year. I'll have my mountain bike channel linked down below, hoping to do more with that as well this year. Really, really excited for this next quarter. Spring has arrived. I also want to say a huge thanks to the patrons, Luca, Nate, Suhilskon, Trevor, Super Ammo, Alex, Shaw, and Feppo Zopo. Looking forward to seeing you again on Thursday for the next upload. Have a great rest of your day.